You're in the middle of a sentence and the perfect word just vanishes. Gone. You walk into a room and have absolutely no idea why you're there. Your keys? They might as well be on another planet. For years, you were sharp, organized, on top of everything. Now, it feels like your brain is wading through mud. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know two things. First, you are not alone. And second, in the next 9 minutes, you will understand exactly why this is happening. This isn't a personality flaw. It's not early onset dementia. It's the neurobiology of perimenopause. The final part of this explanation, concerning your brain's actual power supply, is the one that changes the entire game. So please, give yourself a moment of grace and let's clear the fog together. The first layer of this is the one most people are familiar with, but they often miss the real nuance. We talk about estrogen declining in menopause, but in perimenopause, the years leading up to it, that's not the full story. Your estrogen isn't just going down. It's on a chaotic, unpredictable roller coaster. Think of estrogen as your brain's master conductor. It helps regulate neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which control your mood and motivation. It supports the hippocampus, your brain's memory librarian, and it fuels the prefrontal cortex, your focus and decision-making CEO. For decades, this hormone followed a predictable rhythm, a graceful wave that rose and fell with your monthly cycle. Perimenopause shatters that rhythm. 1 week, your estrogen levels might spike to 150% of their normal peak, leaving you feeling anxious and wired. The next, they can crash to near zero levels, dragging your mood and cognitive function down with them. According to Dr. Luann Brizendine, author of The Upgrade, this isn't a gentle slope. It's a series of violent swings. Your brain, which thrives on consistency, is now dealing with a flickering power grid. One moment the lights are blindingly bright, the next you're in total darkness. It's no wonder you can't think straight. Your brain's entire operating system is experiencing constant, unpredictable power surges and blackouts. That feeling of searching for a word isn't a memory failure. It's a momentary server crash, a blip in the connection between your thoughts. This is the foundation of brain fog, but it's not even half the story. Because while estrogen is throwing its wild party, another key hormone is quietly leaving the building, and that changes everything. Here's where it gets more interesting. Let's talk about progesterone. If estrogen is the conductor, progesterone is the warm, calming blanket. It's often called the keep calm and carry on hormone. Its primary job in the brain is to stimulate the production of GABA, a neurotransmitter that acts like the brake pedal for your nervous system. GABA tells your racing thoughts to slow down. It dials back anxiety. It helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. And during perimenopause, progesterone is one of the first hormones to decline steadily. It doesn't fluctuate wildly like estrogen, it just fades away. So you're left with less of that calming influence. Your brain's brake pedal is getting worn down right as the accelerator, thanks to estrogen spikes, is being slammed to the floor. Sound familiar? This is why anxiety and sleep problems are hallmark symptoms of this transition. But it's the sleep disruption that pours gasoline on the brain fog fire. When you don't get enough deep restorative sleep, your brain can't perform its nightly maintenance. It can't consolidate memories, clear out metabolic waste, or reset its chemical balance. A single night of poor sleep can impair cognitive function as much as being legally drunk. Now imagine weeks, months, or even years of it. I had a client, a corporate attorney named Sarah, who was convinced she had early Alzheimer's. She was 47. She'd forget key case details mid-negotiation. Her confidence was shattered. When we looked at her data, her deep sleep was averaging just 25 minutes a night. Her progesterone levels were almost non-existent. We didn't even start with hormone therapy. We started with supporting her sleep. Magnesium glycinate, a strict bedtime routine, blocking blue light. Within 6 weeks, she said about 60% of her brain fog had lifted. Her brain wasn't broken. It was just profoundly, chronically exhausted. If this is starting to connect the dots for you, a quick subscribe helps more people find this information and realize they aren't alone in what they're feeling. Okay, we've covered the hormonal chaos from estrogen and the sleep-wrecking decline of progesterone, but now we get to the core of it. The real reason this cognitive shift feels so deep and fundamental. This is the piece of the puzzle that explains why it feels less like you're distracted and more like your entire brain has been downgraded. It's about energy. Your brain is the most energy-hungry organ in your body, consuming about 20% of your daily glucose intake. And for decades, estrogen has been its key partner in energy management. It helps brain cells uptake glucose, their primary fuel source, efficiently. Estrogen essentially holds the door open for fuel to get into your brain cells. When estrogen levels become low and unstable during perimenopause, that door starts to close. The brain's ability to metabolize glucose can drop by as much as 25%. Let that sink in for a moment. This isn't just about signaling. It's not just about mood. Your brain is experiencing a genuine energy crisis. It is literally being starved of its main fuel. The groundbreaking research from neuroscientist Dr. Lisa Mosconi at Weill Cornell Medicine has visualized this process using PET scans. Her studies, like the one published in the journal Neurology in 2021, show a clear and measurable decline in brain energy metabolism in women during perimenopause. They compared the brains of women in their 40s and 50s who were premenopausal, permenopausal, and postmenopausal. The results were stunning. The brains of the premenopausal women were already showing these energy deficits years before menopause was complete. That feeling you have, that your processing speed has slowed, that multitasking feels impossible, is real. It's the sensation of your brain running on 75% battery. You're not losing your mind. Your mind is trying to run complex software on a critically low power supply. Of course you can't find your words. Of course you're forgetting appointments. Your brain is in energy conservation mode. It's shutting down non-essential processes to keep the lights on. Once you see it this way, you can never unsee it. It's not a failure of your character. It's a crisis in your biology. So there you have it. It's not one thing. It's a cascade. It's the unpredictable signaling from fluctuating estrogen creating static on the line. It's the loss of calming progesterone, which wrecks your sleep and lets anxiety run wild. And underpinning it all is a fundamental brain energy crisis as your brain learns to adapt to a new hormonal environment with less fuel. Understanding this three-part mechanism is more than just an explanation. It's vindication. It confirms that what you're experiencing is real, it's physiological, and it is not your fault. It moves the conversation from self-blame to self-compassion and from confusion to action. You're not broken. Your body is navigating one of the most significant biological transitions of your life. And knowing the why is the first, most powerful step towards supporting your brain through it. If you got value from this video, please hit like so it can find its way to others who need to hear it. And be sure to subscribe because our next video is all about the science-backed strategies to fight back. From nutrition that feeds your brain to lifestyle changes that can clear the fog. You have more power here than you think.